Hey, right guys, Trace Munch's Joe here, and today we are watching and reacting to episode 1 of This Is Us Season 6, which is of course the final season to the show, which I think is perfect. I said it in Season 5, but I'll say it again here. I think 6 seasons sounds perfect for the show. I think if this went on for like 10, I mean, even with Season 5, you can see they're starting to try to prolong to that finale, or maybe to like the next episode. Again, I don't think Season 5 was anywhere near bad. I think this actually had some wild ratings, giving it like a 3 out of 10 or something. But I think it was the weakest season that we've had out of the 5, but I still think it was good. I'd stand by that. It was like a 7 out of 10, which for This Is Us standards is pretty low, because we've had a 10 out of 10 season, a 9 out of 10 season, and I think 2 8 out of 10 seasons. So I think 3 and 4 were 8s, and then, like I say, Season 5 was probably a 7. But I still really enjoyed it. I think it had mostly good moments. A couple of things in there that I don't think, like Toby, they just kind of sideline, and we'll get into the tier list, of course, and talk about those characters a little bit. But yeah, I'm hoping it ends strong with this season. I don't think it's going to be on the level of like season 2, or maybe even season 1, but if it can be better than 3, 4, and 5, that would be nice, because then we can just end on a really high note. And I've no doubt that it's going to end like strong with the finale. I don't see how you can really mess up a finale to this, just because you've done so well with like the finales and the mid seasons and the premieres. This is us is usually really good at that stuff. So yeah, episode 1, guys, of season 6. If you have been watching these reactions from the start, thank you so much. I know it's, again, I've said it before, but I know it's not the most viewed reaction series on the channel. I think it's actually maybe the lowest viewed, to be fair, but I love the show that much that I've just continued to stick with it, and the few people that do interact with the reactions on YouTube and Patreon, you guys seem to have been tagging along for the whole ride as well. So thank you for that. And yeah, it's going to be sad to see it go. But we have like, what, 18 episodes before then, so we won't get too sentimental just yet. It's weird, like, again, I've said this before in other reactions, but it's weird. I'm wrapping up this show, then Friends, as of recording this, I think I have like 6 episodes left. Then One Tree Hill, as of recording this, I have about a season and a half left, and the final season of One Tree Hill is only like 13 episodes, so I want to say like maybe 20 episodes of that show left or something. So 3 big shows on the channel kind of wrapping up around the same time. I mean, Friends will be done way before This Is Us and One Tree Hill, but it's just weird that they're all basically on their final seasons. So very strange. But income new shows, of course. I'm sure there'll be another depressing show we can find to replace This Is Us. I've not actually decided what's going to replace this show. Send idea. If you have any ideas for shows that could replace This Is Us, send them down below, and I'll see if any kind of stand out. But I need to find something that's actually going to replace this, and we'll do a poll and you guys can decide. But anyway, tier list. We have, I think, 15 characters here, and we've got the best of the best, fantastic, good, they exist, and terrible. So of course I'm not going to spend too long on these, because I feel like I've spoke about these characters to death at this point. But what more new is there to say? I mean, in terms of just their, again, based on season 5, not so much the entire show. But obviously have a bit of bias in there, of course. So let's start with Jack. Probably his weakest season, definitely. I mean, I might say that probably about a few of these characters, to be fair, because it's just sadly true. But definitely his weakest. I don't really know what Jack's story was like in terms of the flashbacks. Like, I feel like before we've had like how we met Rebecca and building on that romance, and how we got close to Randall and Kevin and Kate, and then friendship with Miguel, and he had loads to do with Jack. Then he had obviously season 3, the whole Vietnam stuff. So they've done a lot with this character. So I feel like this one was more kind of like, and we'll take a bit of a backseat with Jack and just have him do his thing, like just pop up every now and again. He did have good moments, and we still love him, obviously. So I think for season 5, I'm going to put him in fantastic. He's still Jack. We love him to death. But in terms of storyline, I don't think he didn't really do much that stood out, I think, compared to other seasons. Again, I think that's understandable. He's had a lot to do in other seasons, so it makes sense. They definitely focus more on Rebecca, I'd say, this season over Jack. I feel like before it's kind of been, in the flashbacks at least, Jack over Rebecca. This time it was definitely, I think, Rebecca. Actually, not so much in the flashbacks either. More like definitely in the present day, obviously. But even in the flashbacks, I don't feel like Rebecca did too much. Rebecca kind of has the upper hand because she does have the present day stuff as well. And the future, where she's obviously on the bed, like on a deathbed, so that's going to be exhilarating to watch, I'm sure. I bet that'll be like the mid-season finale or the finale or something like that, where we kind of see that. I'll go fantastic again, above Jack though this time, just because she had more to do, had some really great scenes with all three. I think Kevin, Randall, and Kate actually she had some really great scenes with, and she's just wholesome. She's just wholesome as like. It's sad to see her kind of start to lose her memories and stuff like that. That's going to start to happen, and that's going to be sad to see. But This Is Us for you, just making you depressed every 5 seconds. Let's leave the main three for now. Let's jump to Toby. Again, just didn't do much for me like this season. His was very much kind of like the relatable, your average person kind of during COVID where they've lost their job and they've got to sit in and not do anything and just kind of feel lost and not really knowing what to do because they haven't got a job and COVID's going on and they've got to provide for a family and all that. So I'm assuming a lot of people could have related to Toby's character, especially back in like 2020, 2021. So I think it's good they had a character like that. But I think like now that we're past COVID and kind of looking back on it, it's like, yeah, okay, it was a good storyline, but that's kind of all he did. And he, again, had some good moments where he called out Kevin, even though I think it was a bit of an overreaction, but then waiting out in the car with waiting for Madison, or not Madison, Kate, waiting for them to, obviously they're adopting a baby. I still think the adopting a baby was very random, because I get kind of like Jack popping up every 5 seconds. Is that an Incredibles reference? I think. But it just kind of felt like they just had a baby last season and now they're adopting already. It just feels like we haven't. And because the season 5, their story was so rocky when it came to how Toby felt about being a father, and they just felt like they just got over that, and then they were like, okay, we're adopting. It's not my favourite storyline of This Is Us, we'll put it that way. But still a very good character. I'll probably put him in good. I'll put him in good for now. Like, he's just kind of stayed how I felt with him about season 5, to be honest. Which is a shame, because if you look at, I think, was it season 3? He was at the top for me. He was my favourite character for a little while. So a bit of a shame. Beth, just best of the best. Again, not much storyline-wise. Had a bit more, like she had the back and forth with Tess. Obviously, she had her dance studio that she's kind of losing. That one episode where you just saw like all the screens that they had at the start of COVID, and they all started to deplete to like 3 people she had with her, and then she had to shut down. Like, that was sad. Dealing with Randall, obviously, she's always got to be dealing with Randall. So Beth had quite a lot to do this season. Again, not the most interesting storylines or anything, but still just the most lovable character easily. Beth, I think, has consistently been at the top. Apart from maybe like season 1, where it was like you get more to know about like Jack and everyone else, and Beth was kind of like the little side character that never really did much. And then season 2, she kind of felt like came into her own, which was good. Madison. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. We have the 3 love interests. I didn't need to add Zoe because she only had like 2 scenes or whatever, but I felt like it would be fun to kind of rank the love interests. Again, as I've said it, most compatible. No, what did I say? Was it most compatible, most likable, and then most attractive? That's how I see it. So form them into one, and you'd have the ultimate love interest for Kevin, but it just, I don't think we can do that. Start splicing these 3 characters up. But Madison, I'm going to go fantastic, I think. Like I say, she is compatible with Kevin. I don't think as compatible as Sophie. I just feel like they were like kind of destined to be, and that could still happen because obviously they've called off the wedding. So I think they've done that in a way to go into the last season to be like, oh, who's he going to end up with? I feel like it will still be Madison. I feel like they'll work through it. But maybe not. Maybe he will end up with Sophie. He's not going to end up with Zoe. That's not a chance, obviously. But yeah, it could be Sophie, and I wouldn't hate that. I would not hate that. It'd be kind of sad, like a bittersweet thing, because obviously he's had a kid with Madison, but if he doesn't love her, then what can you do? I'm going to put her above Jack, honestly. Yeah, I know, very strange to see that, but she had a lot more to do this season. Sophie, again, we can't really talk about storyline-wise because she didn't have any, but still very good. Obviously not as good as Toby, and then Zoe, still pretty good for me. As for who I'd want him with, I'd probably back Sophie as number 1, to be honest, then Madison, and then Zoe. I think my personal favourite is still Zoe, but it's just unrealistic to think that Kevin's ever going to end up with her, I think. Miguel, best of the best, easy. There you go. Straight up there. I just love him. Granted, he didn't have much to do storyline-wise. He had that one episode where he's backing Jack. Was that this season where he backed Jack to Rebecca's father? I thought that was a good scene. And then him kind of defending his choices to be with Rebecca. still, it's very strange that he still has to call the family out on that. And I just love him. Him and Beth are like the two most lovable, have never really done much. If they've done anything wrong, it's very small in my eyes. I just think they're the greatest characters. And yeah, we still need an episode of like how Miguel and Rebecca kind of came to be. If they don't do that this season, I will actually be disappointed, because that's a huge plot point that we're just kind of skipping out on. Honestly, just Miguel, like, kind of flashbacks in general, I think will be quite fun. I don't think they need to make it like a huge thing. It doesn't need to be a massive storyline, but maybe just like one episode or something like that. And then have another, I think, a couple of episodes kind of showing how him and Rebecca kind of came to be would be nice. Nikki, I gotta go best of the best. Just, oh, that whole episode, like his flashback episode is so heartbreaking. All his flashbacks are so heartbreaking. It's like this close. Just call out Jack's name, just go to him, and he didn't obviously do it. And we know he didn't do it, but it's just like, oh, imagine if he had, and he could have been a part of their lives for so long. And it's just, you know, they're making up for lost time now, which is nice. But and his whole scene of being with Kevin's kid and stuff was wholesome. So yeah, these three are not in it as much. I didn't even bother adding Annie because I think she had like one line of dialogue, to be honest. So Tess, a little bit unlikable in certain parts of this season, but I think it was an important storyline to have. So I didn't hate the storyline. I just think not the most likable character, to be honest. I'd still go in good. I still think Tess is good. And to be fair, like, she admitted some of her wrongdoings to Beth at the end of the season as well, which I think was kind of needed. Because Beth was trying. Like, obviously Beth's not going to be perfect. It's new to her, so yeah, but I'm glad Tess kind of said, yeah, maybe I was a bit harsh at times, so they made amends. Deja, barely in it, but definitely more likable than Tess, so probably there for me. Yeah, she was way better in seasons 2 to 4, I'd say. And Malik, again, barely in it, better last season, probably there for me, yeah. Just kind of like there. I don't know. I don't not like... You can also get rid of these two tiers. There's no character... Because we haven't had, like, Ethan this season, who would have been in one of those tiers. Alright, main three. Honestly, Kate just does nothing for me. To be... I do like her. I do like Kate. I'd still put her at the top of good, probably. But yeah, I feel like we're so far into the show now. We're on the final season. I just maybe need to admit she's never going to be one of my favourite characters. Yeah, she just always, not always again, but she still does that thing every now and again where she just says something that's so delusional and annoying. And again, a storyline. I did like a storyline of kind of finding a job that she's really passionate about. I did like that. But again, it's just like adopting a kid, being there for Toby. That was kind of a storyline. I was like, okay, cool. These two were far better this season, especially that their kind of beef that they had based on the end of last season. We got the conversation that they needed to have about how Randall was feeling about how being raised in a white family and stuff. So that was a conversation I think the show's been waiting for those two to have in particular for a long time, and they had it. And I'm glad it wasn't like, oh, okay, we've had that conversation, that's done. They kind of very obviously made it a point to be like, there's still more to be said. Maybe we don't see it on screen, maybe we don't watch it as a viewer, but they definitely kind of, I'd imagine, had spoken about those things a lot more, because there was just so much to unpack. And yeah, it wasn't an easy conversation for either of them to have, but I think it was needed and an important scene to have. So that whole episode was very well done. And then Kevin, obviously, you've got the whole him raising a kid for the first time, being with Madison, who's he going to pick, and then the whole ending of him not being able to tell Madison that he loves her, brutal. And then Randall kind of going into having his group therapy sessions as well. All very good stuff. So I'm going to put Kevin... not best of the best, but I think put him at the top of fantastic, and I think I'm going to put Randall one below. Yeah. I think Kevin had a lot more to do this season than Randall. Like, storyline-wise, he just had more to do. So, yeah, that's kind of where we're feeling. I haven't looked at season 4 yet, but I'm going to have a look. Okay, so Kevin and Randall have gone up. Toby's stayed the same, Deja's stayed the same, Malik stayed the same. Kate, honestly, actually, Kate can go below Toby. Now I think about it, yeah. But we'll put Kate. So Kate's gone up a little bit. Madison's gone up yeah, up a tier. Jack's gone down one, but I think that's understandable. Nikki and Miguel have gone up. Oh yeah, these two weren't even in it. They were in it for like 5 seconds, so I'm not even adding those. Maybe I should have, because then someone would have been in They Exist here. And Beth's obviously at the top still. Miguel above her though. Miguel's just a boss. He continues to be a boss. I know he doesn't do much, but I don't care. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Rebecca is about the same. Yep, there you go. That is the tier list for This Is Us Season 5. We'll do one more for season... Actually, we'll do one for at the end of Season 6, and then I'll do one as a whole, I think. Or I'll skip the one at the end of Season 6 and just do one for like all the This Is Us characters. We'll see. But yeah, let me know if you agree with this, what you would change, who you'd have on the top tier and the bottom tiers. But yeah, episode 1, guys. Let's do this. Yes, we've got Dilf Jack. Everyone's favourite Jack, don't even lie.
All-time great bands. Oreo, Speedwagon, or the New Beatles. Remember?
Well, maybe, Jack.
Break it up, people. Big day, big day.
Oh, brother.
Briefcase.
In the living room.
What would I do without you?
You'd lose your briefcase a lot.
I would lose my mind.
Oh, too soon, Jack, too soon.
Spirit of my silence,
Have they had this song in the show before?
I'm afraid to be near you.
Yeah, it was Eb 1. I feel like I've seen this scene about 5 times. 41.
But I don't know.
God. Now, when did I react to the first episode? Curious how long it's been for me. Hey, the sweet potato. I love the comparison. I love a good comparison scene. It always works. December 1st, 2020? That sounds about right. 2 years and a half? That's not bad. 2 years and a half to do 6 seasons. Oh, they got him in custody. Nice. Hell yeah. This awkward scene. I remember they had like no music or something. It was so weird.
Oh, you say I don't look old enough to be a daddy? What? You know exactly what to say. Yes, you do. Oh, what does that mean? We ready for the mommy drop off? Here we go.
Looking at the camera.
All right. I'm gonna get a change of clothes. And
What's going on?
Thank you.
You're welcome. No.
No,
Happy birthday.
Oh,
thank you.
got him an air popper.
We are pretty much the Porsche of slightly awkward co-parents.
That we are.
Oh, at least being honest.
I'm good. I'm hosting book club here today anyways.
Ah, yes.
Hell
book club.
yeah.
Love those nerds.
Okay, just because we enjoy reading and discussing fantasy literature does not mean we are nerds.
Yeah, okay.
Huh.
I'm watching. I'm reading nerdy books. Here we go. Boom! I'm on that at the moment. How far am I in? I'm very number 2 of 3. Hell yeah, Mistborn. Read it if you like fantasy. If you don't bother.
Office and blow up my entire day. So I just wanted to call you really quick and say happy
On your little
birthday.
green screen
I love you
roommate.
very much, and I miss you.
Oh, I miss you too.
This looks like an actual like office and stuff.
Oh my God, here they come. All right, okay, bye. Love you.
I love you too.
Toby, you didn't let me finish my sentence. I'm gonna be annoyed about it all day now.
Romantic.
Beth. Sorry.
I miss her so much.
Beth makes people go a bit feral.
He's getting a rain today. I think I might go down there.
Randall, it's your birthday.
I want to look him in the eye. Beth, tell him what
On your birthday,
to
yeah.
our family.
Baby, let's play a game, okay? There's 2 doors you can choose from today. Behind door number 1 is your beautiful, top of her game right now wife.
Yes. That door. Boom. Beth's in that door. Oh, okay, yep.
Positively glowing. She is clicking on all her sexy cylinders.
Rand, if you don't open this door, you are delusional.
Behind door number 2, you have confronting the creeper who broke into our home and upturned a year of our lives.
Randall.
You're gonna pick door number 2, aren't you?
Oh my god. You are delusional.
1 door, baby. You made your choice. All right. Hey, ladies, Mama Bill's leaving in 3. All right.
That's something.
Damn. I would have chose door number Beth.
See, but even Beth knows. Beth knows what's up. That's what I love about her. Oh, Randall, you're so stupid.
We have main engine start. 4, 3, 2, 1, and liftoff.
Oh.
This morning, it looked as though they were not going to be able to get off.
No. There it is. Damn.
Carefully at the situation. Obviously a major malfunction.
It seems that I think they're having a little problem there.
Yeah, a little one. Why did that? What was the problem with that? I'm sure there's details on what actually went wrong. Remember?
I'm sorry, it's just this damn Facebook thing. You know what? Every morning since I got here, I Facebook stalked the girl who got away.
Oh yeah, I remember this. Trying to contact her.
Day. Every single day.
Well, every single day I lose my nerve, even though she's just a few hours from here. Here I am on a baby train.
Oh, Nikki, shush.
I love that they're hanging out with Nikki though.
Oh, the last car. No. Don't tell me.
Oh god, it's beginning. I mean, it's already been begun.
I'm a new woman.
I'm glad. Your husband's very thoughtful. I wish mine would order me a me on my birthday.
Yeah.
Got a new husband then.
Toby.
Philip. Oh, is that the guy she ends up marrying? God.
Kevin Pearson.
Rest.
Send him in.
Man, you say what? Oh, God. Better call Saul.
5 years to the day since your national meltdown on my set. You counted.
Is this on the same network as Better Call Saul?
Kevin, when somebody torpedoes your life and career, you count.
Huh. Suppose you would, but hey, looks like you landed on your feet though, right?
Yeah.
This is a hell of a show. The writing is phenomenal.
I never worked on it.
Well, that's so lucky.
I'm a fan.
Oh. Just a fan poster. Never mind then.
Look, man, we both know we were forced to take this meeting by our agents, right? I mean, you don't want me to do whatever movie this is. I don't want to do whatever movie this is.
They want to reboot the Manny, Kevin.
Oh. Reboot after it's been dead for what, like 2 years?
Let me get this straight. They want me to play the Manny again?
What? No, you're far too old. No, you played the dad. A dad to twins, ironically.
Huh.
Yeah, he is. That's
Kevin, I saw the last film. I actually purchased a ticket. And after 90 minutes, when I realized it was only halfway over, I started to lick the movie theater seats in an attempt to give myself COVID.
That's fucking hilarious. Oh.
Family in Los Angeles, work 1 day a week and become a zillionaire. Or say no. And spend the rest of your years traveling to Vancouver every weekend to shoot Treat Williams indies where you gotta do your own hair.
There's no way he does the Manny again. That's like such a step back, surely, for him.
Over my dead body.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah, I was gonna say that would so make no sense for his character right now.
And bail has been set as noted.
Randall ain't done. He's got to say his piece.
Excuse me, officer. Do you think I could speak with him for a couple of minutes?
Sure thing, Councilman. I'll be right here if you need me.
Do you know who I am?
I mean, he has a photo of you, so I'd assume so.
You're the guy from my picture.
We'll talk to him. In fact, just like we did when the goldfish died.
A spaceship filled with heroes exploded on national television. I don't think the splishy and splashy model is gonna work here. Did any of you maybe feel like that?
Yeah. You know, like, maybe a little splishy and splashy.
Don't do
Come on, it's good away in.
All the teachers were crying.
All of them, really? Okay.
I bet they were, Buck.
Bug? Yeah, I bet they were a little worm.
Up, that means they were closer to heaven.
Yeah, I think that's a really nice thought, Buck.
Yeah, that's a pretty cute thought.
Maybe Splashy and Splashy will take care of them.
Probably not, but yeah, sure. Well done, Jack, yeah.
Boys, how about you? You guys feeling a little sad too?
Kevin's gonna be so
Can I have more
unbothered.
mac and cheese?
He wants his mac and cheese.
Oh, good. Who's back? How was book club?
Oh, hey, you remember Elijah, right, from book club?
No.
No, I mean, yeah, I didn't realize everyone was still here.
Oh, I'm just helping Maddie clean up. She always hosts and gets stuck with it.
Yeah, alright, Elijah.
I was just gonna grab the kids and take them to the party.
Oh, perfect timing. They are just starting to stir from their naps.
I mean, to be fair, Kevin, you didn't say you loved her, so she can do what she wants.
No, the last thing I read was
A script?
Parasite.
Subtitled movie. Kev considers it reading.
Well, it's
Right.
Korean, so you have to read it to understand it, unless you speak Korean.
Yeah, but it's not reading a book. It's different.
So I'm gonna grab the kids, right? And then Elijah and I will get out of your hair.
Whoa.
Unless you want help with the dishes.
Ah.
Well, that's so nice. No, that would be huge. Who knew fantasy nerds could be such slobs?
Everyone who's ever met a fantasy nerd?
Hey, Kevin. You fumbled. Simple as that.
The kids then. And
You could argue Kevin's fumbled 3 times. Although it wasn't a fumble, that's just different.
It was a terrifying moment for my family. My wife, my daughters.
I'm sorry. Do you know what they did with my dog?
Oh, God. This guy, I don't think so.
I don't. I can try to find out for you.
Yeah, we need to find out where the dog is. That's the important bit.
Yeah, I didn't know where I got that picture from. But you looked happy in it. I thought maybe it came from a good part of my life.
God, he looks so gone. I don't think that's going how he thought it would.
Told me why.
There is no why, Jess. I'm just not in a place.
Don't you dare use your traumatic past to try and get out of this relationship, okay? That is not fair.
Ooh.
I don't care if it's upsetting. I just need to know so that I can move on.
We're starting with these two interacting them.
You bore me.
Oh!
I mean, you are a
She
thorough,
bores.
intelligent, magnificent woman.
Okay, okay.
Intelligent, magnificent woman who's just wasting her time on a pasty English chap who just equated eating sushi with you to watching paint dry.
Yeah. Well, that's nice.
Is that helpful for moving on?
You are a condescending prick.
This would seem to be the common refrain in my life. Yes.
Cool. Well, see ya.
What the hell was that?
Oh, good. You're here.
Well, that is your future husband, apparently.
Birthday gift. They insisted. I think the whole thing's completely overwrought, but who can say no to a bunch of well-meaning blind kids with a soft spot for their teacher?
Sure.
Right, go ahead, superstars.
They definitely didn't hear that, did they?
I'm told this is your favourite.
Probably isn't, but let's go for it.
Lying in my bed, I hear the clock ticking.
Yeah, I don't know. This one. It's like Glee. I'm watching Glee. Will Schuster just jumps down through the roof, starts breaking it down.
Let's see what all the controversy's about. You want to walk the train?
Yes, please.
Okay. We'll start at the front and walk all the way back to the...
Well, I'm gonna start tripping out on her.
Sometimes they were switched around in different ways, but the little red...
Oh, God.
Little red...
That's so interesting. In like a really depressing way. I do wonder what it's like. Is that like accurate? There's a film called, I think it's The Father or something, with Anthony Hopkins in. That's meant to be very accurate to what it's like.
She has kids. The astronaut teacher.
I know.
Do you think someone's making them dinner?
What's the correlation?
Yeah, I bet their dad's making him dinner, hun.
Maybe you could send her macaroni and cheese.
True. You could do that. Ship it out in a box.
And so you bailed him out?
Oh.
So he could meet me at the shelter later.
Of course he bailed him out. That's such a random move. He's going to help him in his whole season.
Saw his file, Beth. For the last 2 years, this man has woken me from my dreams in a cold sweat.
2 years? Oh my god. It's been like 6 months for me.
And he's someone's son. Could have been William.
Well,
So-
no, that's how you're relating it.
You look at this man and you see sweet, gentle William.
It's not just William, Beth.
I'll give you one more shot.
Oh, what?
This birthday genie wish thing. Door number 1. The whole shebang bang.
Well, he gets another shot at this.
And my guy just wants to help people.
Seems to be the case.
It's compulsive and over the top. And if that son of a bitch doesn't show up tonight, I'm gonna lose it. And it's your birthday.
Randall's won at life. It's full stop. It's done.
I got my wish when I met you.
Oh!
Just get it done.
Don't be cheesy.
It's not the boxcar. It's not the engine. It was the name.
It's interesting that it's such a small thing, but it's just getting so caught up on it because she knows it. It's not like, oh, I forgot Jack's name, but it's like it starts with like little things.
The red car. The car at the end. The red one, damn it!
That might be one.
I got the results of the PET scan back.
Oh.
The scan is positive for plaques building in my brain.
Plaques?
It's still very early, guys.
The doctors are extremely optimistic about the medications coming to market.
Oh, God. To be fair, I guess her on like her deathbed or whatever, but we've had the flash forward to, we don't know if she's at like a better place there. Maybe it gets worse before it gets better, and that's just her like dying of age or something. I don't know. That's me being very hopeful though, I think.
Do you want to talk, Kev? About today?
It was just a story on TV. It wasn't real.
Okay, well, it was real. There, son. Pat him on there and ship him on his way. I mean, I think some kids probably would think that. It's like, oh, that was a fun film. It's like, man. Oh,
Couch.
right.
I didn't realize.
No, it's fine. Twins are out cold, huh?
Yeah.
How'd they do?
Oh, they're watching a film, having popcorn, scratching their head.
You skipped ahead to the next episode?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's the worst.
Maddie started me at the beginning, but I got hooked and I made her keep going.
That's just the worst. Punch him for that. How dare you skip to the next episode?
Maddie, this was a lot of fun.
It was. I had a
Oh my god.
Okay, well,
Oh. The thing is, you can't be mad at Madison or anything. It's just doing nothing wrong. It's literally doing nothing wrong. It's just so quick. Like, last episode, they're about to get married. This time, last episode. I know it's been a bit of a time skip, but...
You know, people said it was crazy. Me living in your garage just to stay close to the twins.
Yeah.
It's possible they had a point.
Possibly. Oh, God. These two are actually not going to work out. We have like 17 episodes full after this time.
Yeah, that kid, he's gonna grow up faster than we can handle. One day, he's gonna have it all figured out.
Not quite yet.
I mean, hell, it's not like it's gonna wind up some 40-year-old man who can't stop talking about the Challenger explosion.
Well...
Randall, this is too good.
Too good how?
I don't know, for the world.
True.
Did you ever read Catcher in the Rye?
Yeah, of course. No.
Why say that then?
It's about this kid, this teenager named Holden. And he's depressed.
Well, his name is Holden.
Stop.
Everyone called Holden just shed a little tear then.
All of the innocent people, all of the children, and he has to accept the fact that he can't.
Has he not showed up?
And I think that Randall might be the catcher in the rye, Jack.
Yeah, he's gonna have to accept that he can't help him.
I think he might spend his whole life trying to save everyone.
Maybe he's robbing someone else's house right now and passing trauma on to them.
Hey, now you like extra.
Thanks.
That was like the worst pillow ever. I like him like not too flimsy, like thick and not too flimsy. But not too not like flimsy, but like, I can't be like a rock.
Mom's really sick, Kate. This is really happening.
Yeah, I feel like it's been prepared us for this since season 3.
I find it so infuriating that this is happening to us while the rest of the world, they just continue to go round and round like it's...
Well, everyone else has got their own troubles. Could be worse than you.
5 years ago to the day, we were sitting on my bathroom floor because I just face planted off a scale. And you were about to implode your life and career on national television.
Yeah, one day away from that.
But like, look at us now.
Yeah, you've got Nikki in your life. Kate's got
We
Toby.
each have 2 healthy, beautiful kids.
Got kids.
Careers we never imagined.
Well, what is Kevin's
If the world
career?
stopped for the bad
he's done a
stuff,
shitty
then everything would be dark. We have found the light before.
Yeah. I think one thing...
I will find it again.
I'll get into it at the end, actually. I don't think this show does a good job of it. It's like, you can't be in, like, constant happiness. Like, I feel like back in the day, you'd be like, oh, I'm going to be at a point in my life where I'm just going to be happy all the time and everything's going to work out. It's like, no. No matter what age you're going to be at, you're going to have, like, the darkest of days anyway. And you just got, like, Kate saying there, you got to just wait for the kind of next good moment.
Stop, Nikki.
What is
Life is too short. It is far shorter than
Oh.
it has any right to be, and you're
About
giving me a
Messenger.
friggin' headache. You want to go see Sally? Let's go see Sally. Pack a bag. We'll leave in the morning.
Back.
Honey, life is too short.
There
And
it
the
is.
man is giving me a friggin' headache.
I kind of love that.
He didn't show up.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. It's official, Beth. I'm old.
Nah, not yet. I'd say 50 onwards old. Maybe, no, 60. 60. Because
I'm not a young man anymore.
I won't say you're a young man,
You
yeah.
have a young wife.
Now that I do.
I'd say like 70s old, 70 onwards actually. Even like your 50s and 60s. Like, look at Christoph Waltz and like Oscar Isaac. Like, bro, you telling me they're old? No.
Happy birthday.
Ah, smooth with it.
What?
Looks good in a suit. I mean, we've been saying this.
Are you aware that Kevin is in our guest room?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's been a day.
What goes wrong with these two? What if Toby cheats? Oh, it's kind of cute. Like, Kevin's gone to Kate here to feel better, and he's done the same.
Mom and Dad are gonna die one day.
Yes. That's kind of...
Yeah.
That's depressing. Yeah, I was going to say, you're not going to just cut up like there. That would be like classic This Is Us. You'd be like, Mum and Dad are going to die one day, end of episode. Yeah, great, thanks. I've got to watch like One Tree Hill to make myself laugh.
And last but not least, very last car. My personal favorite car, if I'm being honest.
Has she got it? Has she got it?
Sometimes they were switched around in different ways, but the
Maybe
little
it's like
red...
the hopeful bit. Oh, what? You didn't... Caboose. Is that what it's called? I didn't actually know what it's called, to be fair. Okay. I'm going to go with that's true. Yes! Oh, fuck. Ah! God.
Caboose.
Maybe that's a sign. Maybe it's like, don't worry, it might be okay. Because it's not like 100%. Yeah, it's not looking great. But, oof, almost got me then. Good stuff. Let's read some comments on Trad. I don't know why, but this is us. Like, I love reading the comments. If I'm like, oh, it's filler. No, it's not, bro. Right, back to torturing myself and crying weekly. Already started tearing up when the kids started singing. Oh, and Kate was crying, yeah, I guess. As tired as this show is, there are still moments of magic. It's nice to be reminded why you liked it in the first place. And then this show is so unfair, it makes me cry so much, so well written. And the director needs an Oscar. I don't think the director would get an Oscar. It'd be an Emmy, but it's fine. Yeah, very good episode. I don't know about, like, the show is tired at this point. I don't know. People just seem to, like, dunk on this show at this point. I don't understand it. Like, you'd think it's the kind of show that's plummeted in quality or something. And again, don't get me wrong, it's not as strong as it was, like, clearly. But, I don't know. I don't think it's, like, gone from here to down here. I don't think it's like... One Tree Hill I love, but that's clearly had huge ups and downs in quality. And, like, The Walking Dead, huge dip in quality. Game of Thrones, a boom. This, I think it's, like, here and it's gone down to maybe here. It's, like, a little bit of a dip, but... I don't know, some comments on this are just so dramatic, like making it as like the worst thing to exist. I don't see it personally. I think it's a very good episode. Again, obviously it's going to be a good episode. Kevin kind of seeing Madison potentially fall for someone else. I mean, like I said, it sucks, but Madison's doing nothing wrong. Like, it's clearly been a bit of a time skip since the last episode. I think it's just a bit of whiplash because, like I said, that time, last episode, they were just about to get married. And now she's like maybe interested in someone else. So he's got to make up his mind quick. If he's being all like, maybe I do want to be in Madison, he's got to decide that very quickly before it's too late. Or it's going to be Sophie. It's going to be one of those two. Maybe it's someone, maybe Sophia Bush comes back into the show and he picks her or something. But time will tell. The Jack and Rebecca flashbacks were fine. I think it's more kind of showing how like each of the kids dealt with it and how they've kind of taken that into their, you know, present day. Like Kevin kind of ignoring it, but then it's on his mind clearly. I mean, that's what he's doing here. Randall just, you know, trying to help people, doing what he's still doing, and then Kate being all wholesome about it. It's like, that's what she's doing. Yeah, they've kind of gone through it. And again, the whole conversation at the end with Kate and Kevin, I just think it's like so important. Like Kevin, I think, expects it to just be perfect. Like he's like, oh, I'm like over 40 now and it's not this perfect world that I imagine. And sure, obviously you can have like thoughts of like, okay, I'm this age and I haven't done this yet that I wanted to achieve and be at this point in my life. I get that, but Kevin can't, and I think anyone can't expect to just be like, you get to a certain point and everything's good now. It's like, no. They were thrown on with Rebecca here, starting to lose her memories. And there's going to be more shit that they're going to have to deal with. Even like after the show ends, I'm sure there'll be more shit they're going to have to deal with, obviously. So, like, even if they get to a point where Rebecca's good, like, maybe it doesn't go as bad as they think it's going to be, we still get to a point where Rebecca's on her deathbed, and they are still going to have to deal with that at whatever age they are. I want to say they're, like, in their 50s, it looks like, around that time. So that's, like, maybe 10 years later. So she lives for a long time. We know that. I mean, 10 years is not that long of a time, but she lasts a lot longer than maybe they're kind of maybe expecting her to or something. So, yeah, Kevin needs to, and I'm glad Kate kind of told him that at the end, so good Kate moment. Nikki kind of hanging around with Miguel and Rebecca and her telling him to just get on with it and go see her, I think was a good moment as well. Her being all like, life's too short, which it is. I've again started to realise this more so recently. So, like, for me, like, the past 5 years has just flown by, and it's actually ridiculous how quickly it goes by. So I think Rebecca telling Miguel to just get on with it, yeah, she ain't wrong. And then that little bit with Rebecca at the end is just like, oh my god, when she got it. Only this show can have a go like caboose, and it's just like, oh okay, but no, this is us does it where it makes you want to jump out a window. Oh, and also shout out to Beth. That's all I'm saying. Don't need to say anything more. I could say more. I don't think I need to. You guys understand. I understand. Randall understands, and Beth understands. So we can leave it at that. Rating for the episode. It's either an 8 or a high 7. I was going to give it a high 7, but those last 5 minutes were really good. If it's going to be an 8, it is because of those final 5 minutes. No, I'm not going to go an 8. I don't think it's, compared to like some of the 8 out of 10s we've had, I don't think it's quite there, but it's very close. So I'll go 7.9 out of 10 for this one, guys. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Let me know what you thought of the episode down below in the comments, and I'll see you next time for episode 2. Until then, take care. Peace.